When I was 37 years old, I was applying body lotion after a shower and I felt a lump in my right breast. I immediately had it checked, and after very little time, like a fortnight or 3 weeks maybe, I had a diagnosis. I had breast cancer. This came as a total shock to me. I was in a production, I was singing, I was dancing, I thought I was healthy, but there we are. Maybe it was 2007 and maybe patients weren't as empowered as they are now, but I was told nothing about removing my lymph nodes, what that would entail. And I mean, of course, I had to agree to have a mastectomy, which of course I agreed to because surviving was paramount compared to anything else. And luckily I got a reconstruction at the same time. But that was important because quality of life is very important, but that was slightly less important. I needed to be sure that the cancer was out of my body. As I was doing follow-up checkups, after 2 years, I was diagnosed with cancer in my other breast. Now, I was 37 and 39 years old, so this was a little suspicious because I was relatively young. So I was eligible for a genetic test, which I took and found out I have the BRCA2 gene. Obviously, I found out that I got it through my mom because my maternal grandmother had died of this. And luckily, my mother to this day is 88 years old and has not developed any kind of cancer. It is important that patients know what they're getting themselves into, especially when there are options available. Sometimes there are no options. Other times there are options as far as therapy is concerned and as far as maybe the type of surgery or whatever. Nobody told me that I was going to have my lymph nodes removed, even though they were all healthy. So they could have done what they did the second time around, is check the lymph nodes closest to the breast. If they were healthy, they could have left them, but no, they didn't. They removed them all as a preventive measure. I didn't know anything about lymphedema, which thankfully I did not get. But for example, nobody told me that after my surgery, I would have been unable to use my arm for a while and would have needed physiotherapy or some sort of therapy to recover the use of my arm. After my second cancer, I was advised to have chemotherapy, which I did. However, yet again, this was the protocol, and I did it without batting an eyelid. Obviously at the time it was 2009 because the first one was 2007, the second one 2009. Nobody even talked about liquid biopsy or molecular investigation into seeing personalized medicine, personalized investigation to see what kind of therapy is suitable for you. I think it is of vital importance that yes, survival is the primary thing, but also the patient's quality of life and awareness and involvement should be seriously taken into consideration. If I may, and just to the research community and to the medical community, if I can just voice my thoughts, just to recap, it's important that you do make patients part of the decision-making process where applicable, where possible, of course. Secondly, do always factor in patients' quality of life, because that is also pretty important. And thirdly, please do invest your resources, your time and energy and all resources in personalized medicine, in the personalized medicine approach. Just to finish off on a positive note, because I do tend to have a positive attitude, I have a 10-year-old son whom I had after all my therapies, after my surgeries, after all my therapies, after my 2 diagnoses, and he arrived naturally the first time I tried. So all I can say is, here's to life. Thank you.